channel Avanti Morocha. Today I'm going to show you how to make garden flags. These are great to decorate your porch or as a housewarming gift. I'm going to personalize them using my Cricut machine. You can use Cricut Maker or Cricut Explore. You will also need a heat press like Cricut Easy Press. In this video you are going to learn how to apply iron-on, also known as heat transfer vinyl, on burlap. Now let's begin. For this project I'm using burlap. My recommendation is not to wash the burlap when using iron-on. I washed this piece of burlap thinking it will remove the lint, but it makes things a whole lot worse. The easiest way to cut burlap straight is to remove one thread, making a guide line. For this project, I cut a piece of 13.5 inches by 38 inches, equivalent to 35 centimeters by 97 centimeters. Press the edges down. I'm going to use my Cricut Easy Press Mini. Now I'm going to sew it. Don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and end. I stitch all the perimeter. Fold it in half, sew a pocket of about 2 inches away from the edge to place the flag holder, then sew the rest of the perimeter. I finished sewing the flags. As you can see, I left the pocket open to pass the flag holder. I got this flag holder a long time ago at the Dollar Tree. If you prefer, you can use one layer of burlap to make the flag, but I think it looks better with two. The final measurement of the flag is 12 by 18 inches, equivalent to 30 by 46 centimeters. Now I'm in design space. I make these designs using images and fonts from Cricut Access. I'm going to share the link to this project on my blog avantimorocha.com. To be able to use it, you need to be subscribed to Cricut Access. To personalize these flags, change the information in the layers with the last name and the year. I'm going to hide this flag, add a score line, modify the dimensions, change the line type from score to cut. Duplicate the line. These lines are going to help when weeding. Now hide the layer with the yellow rectangle. Select everything, click on Attach, and then click on Make It. This design is longer than 11.5 inches, that is why I'm going to use my 12 by 24 mat. If you only have a 12 inches mat, you will cut the design in separate jobs. Click on OK. Since I'm using iron-on, I'm going to activate the mirror button that will flip the image. Click on Continue. Select the material. I'm using Cricut Everyday Iron-on. Load the fine point blade and the mat. Load the mat and start the job. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The process to cut this piece took 5 minutes. Remove the iron-on from the mat. Before weeding, I'm going to cut this part of the material that I can use in another project. Now I'm going to start weeding. When you're weeding a long design, the extra lines added will make things easier. Now I'm going to remove the iron-on at the interior of the leathers. If you follow me for a while, you know I don't have a 20/20 vision. That is why I use the Cricut bright pad. It helps me to see the cutting lines. The only function of the bright pad is to illuminate your surface. Now the design is ready to be transferred. I'm going to preheat my easy press to 305 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the temperature for burlap and iron-on. While it reaches the desired temperature, I'm going to remove any wrinkles from the flag. Now I'm going to continue with the next step that is essential to get the best results. Use a lean roller to remove the extra lean on the burlap. Do not skip this step. If you skip this step, there is a significant chance the iron-on won't attach to the material. My easy press is ready, the temperature is 305 degrees Fahrenheit and the time is 45 seconds. Fold the flag in half to mark the center. Place the design, but before fold it in half and mark the center. Place it on the flag and align both centers. Since my design is bigger than my easy press, I'm going to press it in 2 sections. Press it for 45 seconds. The easy press guide recommends 30 seconds, but in my experience 45 seconds works best. Don't forget to apply pressure during this process. Now I'm going to press the other section for another 45 seconds. Change the time to 20 seconds. Press the back side. I'm going to let it cool down a little. When it's still warm, I'm going to check if it's time to remove the backing. I can see the transfer is almost complete, but some areas need more time. In my experience, this process works best with 2 presses of 45 seconds and 2 presses of 20 seconds on the back. I'm going to press it one more time. Keep in mind that the time is going to change based on the iron-on that you are using. In this project, I'm using Cricut Everyday Iron-On, and these are the settings that work best for me. I'm going to let it cool just a little bit since Cricut recommends removing the backing when this is still warm. Remove the backing. By mistake, I pressed a scrap of iron-on. Now I'm going to show you how to remove it. I'm going to use my Cricut Easy Press Mini, place it over the scrap, and now I'm going to use the weeding tool to remove it. Now I'm going to use the same steps with this flag, 2 presses of 45 seconds and 2 presses of 20 seconds. Here are the results. In this flag with the small letters, I decided to use a sealer. I used Gorilla Spray Glue and I wasn't happy with the finish. It leaves a white residue over the iron-on. It is not so notorious, but I'm a perfectionist. I made a test piece to use this sealer that I have around the house. It works better, but it gives you a glossy finish, and I prefer a matte finish. Keep in mind you don't need to use a sealer, but using one will give more life to the piece. I hope you like this project, and if you make it, don't forget to share a picture on my Facebook page or tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. If you want me to make one for you, send me a custom order request on my Etsy shop. If you are interested in any of these Cricut machines, I'm going to share the links where you can buy them in the info box below the video. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video, and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.